Hello, it's Friday. So I'm here at my gym. Look at that. I don't know what to talk about today. I had some, I guess it'll just be stream of consciousness. I'll just keep rambling. Ha! So I had some anons today on Tumblr. If you watch the spoilers weekend video. Anyways, yeah. So this will be going up on Friday. So yeah, tomorrow I have Helmet's football practice. Will be covered in Monday video or weekend. And I have to go to the gym because Aaron is going to his parents' tonight. His mom went to the hospital for, like, as he said, low hemoglobin, but I'm like, you mean low red blood cell count, because you can't really have low hemoglobin without. Anyways, hemoglobin's a protein that's on stuff. That's something I could talk about, fitness stuff, because I'm here at my gym. But anyways, so yeah, it's just like, I've seen a lot of things recently about fitness do's and don'ts, whether it be Good Morning America, or it'd be just ads and stuff online, because it's still within the first 10 days of the new year. Yeah. So, that's... So, and I bet a bunch of you are being bombarded by that, but it's sort of like, I've even had a question or two within my own head and one on YouTube about testosterone. And I think I talked about this before. I know in one of my weekday videos, this Wednesday, I debunked a testosterone booster. I didn't really debunk it because I don't necessarily know exactly what's in the proprietary blend. They list what's in it, but not the percentages. But most of that stuff is found in regular food. You're just basically, it's like, you don't need that stuff. You just, you want to boost your testosterone, eat beef. Eat beef and take a multivitamin. Good God. And do stuff that increases your testosterone. Don't just sit around and, on your keyboard. Actually, like resistance training. It's a funky word, but that's basically lift weights. That's all that is. That's all it means. So, it's because you're resisting the force of gravity, which your body weight can do that. I mean, hell, body weight squats, which is just you going into a squat and then standing back up. That's resistance training because you're resisting yourself from gravity. They usually mean add more weight to it because at least when it comes to most people, one squat is okay to do because you should be able to lift your own body weight with your legs. I mean, you walk. But, so yeah, that's going on there. Understandably, guys will have more testosterone, but mostly the people that have the testosterone issues are guys. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously One Take Friday. I'm just kind of lost what to talk about. So anyways, my anons, like, I apparently posted something last night on Tumblr that was like, oh, I wonder when the cute boy blogs are going to be picking up pictures of me. But then I was going on like a reblog spree on my phone. So I didn't get messages. Anybody who uses the mobile app knows you don't get like the thing across the top. So you have to like physically check your messages, and especially if you get like an ask. Well, if you get an ask, sometimes your email will tell you. Oh, that's Facebook. Jason Millard, ask, edited a photo. Anyways, so I got it. It was an ask, but my email didn't notify me right away because Tumblr's slow sometimes. And so it was just like, no, you'll never will be, and you won't be for a long, long time. And I'm like, but by then it had been like an hour since. And I'm like what? I'm never gonna, I'm never gonna be in adult films. I'm never gonna play football. I'm never gonna be smoking hot. I mean, what? There's been a lot of things over the last hour, and I completely spaced it. So I answered it, and they got back to me this morning. Which means, yeah. Also, I got like an actual fan mail from someone at the same time. Tumblr is full of, and not full of it, but there's some people on there that live dichotomously. they say bad things anonymously, but then someone I knew used to do this. They would go online and they'd pretend to be someone else on a shared screen name. They'd pretend to be someone else, and then they'd log off, come back like 20 minutes later as the other person, and they would toy with the person they were talking with. They'd like, it was really confusing. I didn't quite get it. It was like they'd complain about each other. It was almost like multiple personality disorder. I'm like, are you seriously doing this? You know, and I'm not saying that the person with the fan mail was sending me anons with hate, but was like, "My, you're hot" in fan mail. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they both came through coincidentally. And I noticed patterns like that. Probably what's going to make me a good DB. I gotta check all my stuff. And that's the thing. I gotta figure out what my pro is. What, you know, I can do a pattern. Not really. I mean, I'm good at mimicry, but not so much. Once I know more of the game, I can maybe go back to receiver, but DB is going to be one of those things that's like, I'm just going to, you know, especially over the length of a game. Over the length of one game, a team is going to, oh, what are you doing? Oh, AC off. A team is going to have certain plays, certain things, and who their favored receivers are. And while everybody else is going to notice this, I'm not saying that I'm the only person that can notice this, but like Mo and Ron and Billy, they're all going to notice this, and we're all going to chit-chat back and forth, and I'm going to be able to, you know, give my input, and we can formulate a strategy as the DBs, which is going to be beneficial, because this isn't a me defense, this is a team defense. And as long as I can work with the rest of the DBs and figure out how to make an attack plan that increases our effectiveness as defensive backs, that's going to be better. And one of the things that's a pro to me is the more I chat with the DBs, like Mo and Ron and stuff, the more they'll feel comfortable talking to me. Whereas while they can talk to a general person that's a DB and expect to do their job, it's a little bit better if you know the person. Because then you know what their strengths and their weaknesses are. And say, oh, okay, well, looks like they're doing such and such formation. And we better do like condor on right side and bullfrog on the left, or whatever, you know, whatever the things happen to be called based on year to year. And so, because they seem to be running such and such. Okay, well, that makes sense. You know, and they're like, but Theodore, he's the really good one at running. He can catch someone that's really good. And they're always putting their receiver. The quarterback favors his right, and they always put the receiver that they want, the right, you know, put him at the one on the right side. So let's put Theodore there because he can catch up with that receiver or something like that. You know, and then that's just a benefit. You know, I'm going to be able to react pretty fast because my reaction time is actually pretty good as soon as I know what I'm doing. You see me on WoW, and like, my friend Brad, he watched me take out Rag one time. The first time I did Rag in Firelands, and it was just like, I turned my camera, and I'm a gnome, and gnome arcane mage, and there is a wall of fire coming towards me. And he just like, oh God, you're dead. And I instinctually hit V, which is, you know, because you got the thumb and V is right there. I made it my blink button. V is blink. And thus I've had to make pretty much every other movement thing V on my characters. Like my Shaman's Ghost Wolf form is V. This has been all over the place, and I'm up to almost 10 minutes. Wow. I've talked about WoW, football, deceptive behavior, Tumblr, hate. I don't know. It's been all over the place. I don't know what's going on today. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited for the whole year. Tumblr hate ain't gonna get me down. I don't care if they want to call me fat and old. I've got pictures that prove otherwise. Guys, on Monday.